This isn't the Buffalo River, but if you stick around, I think you'll be convinced that visiting other rivers in the Ozarks is very worthy of your time.
Got the fishing rod and a kayak. That worked out way too well. That's pretty cool. We are out here on the Illinois River just outside of Tulsa, Oklahoma, putting in for a 35-mile trip. All right, time to set off downriver.
Headwaters of the Illinois lie just 40 miles west of the Buffalo, which everyone's heard of. So why is no one talking about the Illinois? Well, some people do, it's just that it never makes it out of Oklahoma.
There's a really nasty wind today, getting up to 50-mile-an-hour gusts. Gosh, what a day. Spring in the Ozarks.
Really, when we go kayak camping, we're just looking for solitude in the wilderness and a beautiful place to explore. And that's exactly what the mighty Illinois provides.
The wind is absolutely whipping out here. It's almost at a point where a gust will kind of hit you. You can see it moving across the top of the water.
Oh yeah, and this is the first trip I was going to bring a fishing pole and try to wrangle up some world-class smallmouth bass. Yeah, we'll see if that happens.
Cole's really familiar with this river, and so is Justice. They live not too far away from here. In fact, probably only like 45 minutes. And so it's been so helpful to get their insight about where to look for smallmouth bass. Although I'm starting to question it because I've not found any. No, I'm just kidding. If I'm not finding them, that doesn't mean anything. But Chase is a pretty good angler, and he's up there at the front of the raft as well, and he hasn't had any luck just yet. I imagine it'll turn on at some point, but it's really difficult getting the fly where you want it to go just because of the wind. During winter, you would probably just assume that this tree is dead. During spring, you can see that it's alive. Golly, we are hauling.
The generous flow rates guided us swiftly downriver, and that sun was starting to duck behind the hills, so we knew it was time to look out for camp, because we still had a feast to cook, camp to set up, and a fire to make.
That is Sparrowhawk Mountain right there. Pretty cool little hike you can do. We are pulling up to camp right now. Spotted a perfect little beach over there. So plan is to camp down there and then make a fire up there so we can cook in the sunlight. Sorry. It's gonna fall through.
Packing everything into that waterproof remote designed duffel makes it so easy to set up camp. Hauling gear from the kayak to where you want to set up the tent is just such a breeze. Everything being in one place is so instrumental to staying organized on the river, and that's exactly how I designed the duffel. Perfect for getting gear from the kayak to the campsite and back to the kayak again. As is tradition, we grilled some delectable meats over the fire. We had to fuel up because we had a huge day coming up. Lots of river miles to cover, and hopefully some fish to catch. All right, good morning on this chilly 40-degree morning. It is beautiful out, not a cloud in the sky. Eagles are kind of wheeling around, or hawks, whatever they are. I assume fishing, which is pretty cool. Slept really good last night. This new sleeping pad is really working out. So I didn't really get into it yesterday, but I had a lot of things go wrong. Crashed my drone into a tree, dropped my camera on its lens face. Fortunately, the lens is fine. And then just a myriad of other things. We had a blast yesterday, but definitely looking forward to a new dawn. I think it's coffee time.
Now we're talking.
Probably gonna fall apart on you. Eat it fast.
Would you say this is an ultralighting setup? No tent, no sleeping pad?
Good morning.
There's a slight chill in the air, but we're gonna set off and start doing some fishing. See if we can't wrangle one up. It's always a little bittersweet leaving your campsite, and especially this one. It was just so pretty around. But if yesterday's scenery was hinting at what today was gonna be like, I was all on board. Fortunately for us, it just kept getting better. And as you can tell, yesterday's fishing was on par with today's. Come on, that's a good cast, baby. Oh, dude. Woo!
Lock myself inside your head. Try to understand what you felt when you were tied down to the table.
We just pulled over to this gravel bar for some lunch. Figured we'd stop, refuel, kind of recalibrate. I don't know what's going on. There's tons of fish in this river. We just haven't been on them yet. We're making up for no fish with this scenery. This is just incredible. Between the spring-fed river water, bluffs with pine trees on top of them. I mean, literally every single one of these islands that we're passing looks so conducive for camping. Like, literally imagine like you get to just camp right there, looking at bluffs, a little run. It's the dream.
Take a portion of your pain and break off all the bounding chains so you can see.
There's a fish in here. We'll find it.
Fall off your touching hands. Oh, brother.
All right, this is where we're gonna grab camp. Cole, how many fish did we get on the board today? Oh,
0.
brutal.
It's alright. Babe Ruth struck out a lot too, you know. Sometimes you just gotta swing.
That's true. Man.
We swung.
Dude, how many hundreds?
Hundreds, probably in the thousands.
Thousands of casts today. Like there was line in the water from 10 a.m. till now. The whole time.
That's the way it goes.
We are beat.
Oh! It cracked though, I got it.
Oh, you see how they're like, oh my.
I won't flow like a bird, slow and alone.
Do you have a black belt?
Follow
You are destroying those sticks.
Go for it.
won't believe
Time to jump the track. I wanna leave all my troubles and not look back. I wanna close my eyes and forget my sorrow. I don't care if the devil takes tomorrow. Ashes to ashes if I must. I wanna leave all my troubles dust to dust. Trouble in the schoolyard. Trouble in the
We might be a dog crew, but this steak is awesome too, man.
courthouse. Trouble in my heart. Trouble on the corner. Trouble on the line. Trouble, trouble, trouble on my mind. I wanna sleep under the stars and fade away. Let the wind take my memories down the highway.
And this is one of the more unforgettable evenings we've had out on the river. Just a brilliant sunset along with the sounds of nature and a warm fire combating that cold air. Evenings in the Ozarks just hit different, folks. And this was great. I want to make an analogy to the flow of coffee into a mug. The Illinois River has one of the most powerful drainage basins in the entire Ozarks system, meaning that it's almost always great to paddle. It does get low, but it's never quite as low as the Buffalo in its lowest form. So if you're ever planning a trip to the Buffalo and it starts to get not rained out, maybe think about the Illinois River, because it just may be pumping. And I think it is totally worth the trip.
This was an epic trip. Great people, good food. The views were shocking at some points. Oftentimes didn't really feel like you were in Oklahoma, honestly, the whole way down, which is just really cool to find these gems in every single state, because you know they're out there. They're probably closer to you than you expect. Coming back.